Hey guys,
Welcome to another episode of Pew Time with Tony.
and Jackie.
Ooh, boy, do we have a
Bunch,
buttload of gun news
bunches and
tonight?
bunches of butts.
Yes. All right. Well, I guess jump right in. Gun news. Let's start firing these off.
Haha, gun puns, love it.
Oh no.
Smith& and Wesson, haha, their 1854 series is now available in 360 BuckHammer. That is their lever action. This one comes with a stainless barrel and receiver and black synthetic furniture. It is a 6+1. Most people wouldn't be like, "Ooh, that's really exciting." Us in Illinois, it's an approved hunting cartridge.
Yeah, I wonder though. I haven't looked at it. Is the tube easily removed? Like, is it a removable tube?
Yeah, yeah, because it's front loading, so you just open the front and pull the whole.
Is it front and side gate
It
loading?
is.
Okay. I can't remember. There's so many damn lever actions out there now.
It is both. So if you, from the front of the tube, unclick it, pull the whole tube out, now you're
You're good.
compliant for a
Okay.
single shot for rifle season in
Are you
Illinois.
hinting at something?
No, no, I already have my hunting cartridge in mind.
Okay. All right. So, other gun news, there's actually a few things back to back that I'll run through for the Staccato HD pistols. First, Staccato teases a new pistol for the HD line. It goes through this whole little carousel thing on Instagram where you can swipe through all the different guns. And what I find amazing is they put the Trojan on there, which, okay. They put the DVC Limited. Okay. But that's really all they did from the STI stuff. They didn't put the Edge, which is arguably their most popular and proliferate,
Prolific.
prolific. There we go. Again. Oh,
We're only 2 sips into the coffee. Pardon us.
gun. They don't mention it. They don't mention any of their open guns. So I guess you missed on that one, or you're further ignoring your history. But they're hinting at a new HD pistol, and you can tell it has some type of sight block or front comp or weight, or like an island barrel. The front sight is rearward of the muzzle, but it also only has 3 Picatinny rail slots. So I'm thinking it's going to be like a HD 36 XC style gun.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, mini XC that takes Glock mags. That's
Mm-hmm.
the winning, selling out combination for sure.
Absolutely.
I have a strong feeling, much like Staccato does every year, if we can find some way to get whatever their media thing is, because they usually do a separate range day at SHOT Show, that's probably where they're going to release it. If we can get any info on it, we'll certainly let you know, but that's just my guess at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Also, regarding the HD line pistols, two separate people, have made grips for this. One is being sold at Atlas, but from what I've read, at least on Reddit, is not designed by Atlas. It was designed by some, I'm assuming, machinist or hobbyist. It was an interesting read on Reddit. But I guess he's saying now Atlas is making them, so he must have a deal worked out with Atlas, which good for him. This is the grip only. So it's the guy said he designed it to use all the factory components to keep the cost down, which is smart because these grips are getting really expensive.
Yes.
So this one's $500, but you have to use all your stock components, which also makes sense because like the mag release and everything on the HD pistol is so new, not a lot of people have recreated it, right? You're gonna have to use.
Right. And I mean, it makes sense as well. You know, you're upgrading something, you take off all the OEM parts, get the new piece, put the OEM parts back in the new piece, and put it back on the gun.
Well, that's always done it, or we've always done it, but you're also messing with pistols that typically have like a long lineage of parts and compatibility.
Mm-hmm.
It is black anodized. It looks somewhat grippy. It kind of has like a normal diamond checkering style old school look to it. It looks nice. The other company is Driven Arms, or Driven Arms Company, I think is their full name. And they're making a grip called the HDGM. It is made of A20X aluminum. No pricing yet. Does look pretty damn good. I have a feeling this one might be a little more slick.
Not as textured.
Yeah. And I guess someone made a video or a call out for his testing because he had to go back on his website and put on, hey, the fact that there's so much demand, the first one's going to sell out right away and the next one won't be until X amount of weeks after. He's aiming for the first batch for January 2026.
Which is very close.
Right. That's a few weeks away. I'm assuming everyone has taken to the HD quite well. Unlike the C and CS that they've recently discontinued, the HD looks like it's here to stay. I do find it interesting that they are leaning hard on the HD.
Yeah, it is. You would think that their standard 2011 mags would be like their pinnacle, but the HDs have been so popular.
Yeah.
You can see a big company swing happening with everything that they're focusing on right now is not what it used to be.
Well, it's offering a lot of things, people tend to forget. The standard staccatos are Series 70. I mean, people are more well known about it now because, well, all these people have made videos of dropping them. The HD doesn't do that. The HD has, a firing pin block inside of it. I think it's cool. I do think it's interesting that they're kind of separating. You're having a real big divide. Like, does your 2011 take Glock mags or does it take 2011 mags?
Yeah. I wonder if we're going to see like the staccato boys, well, mine, the bougies are going to go claim, well, mine takes 2011 mags.
Right.
You pish posh on your Glock
Right.
mags. uh, as far as the Staccato HD, I believe that's it for
Yeah, that's
that.
it for the news for that.
Lots of it too. Ruger is next up on the docket
I'm going
with
to
a
pre-warn
few
you.
things.
This is probably the most exciting news from Ruger in forever.
It is. It really is. I'll let you handle it first. Well, the Ruger has filed for a patent and it has been approved. So you can see diagrams of this patent on, I think you found them on Instagram originally.
I did. If you're interested in the patent number, it is US 1248189.
This is for their 2245 magazines. And
But
they're the same external dimension, but according to the patent images, can hold more than 10.
so, okay, it shouldn't say. So clearly the magazine is not the same external dimension. It fits within the internal dimension of the same gun, is what it looks like. Is that what you're getting from it?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at, but saying it ass backwards apparently. So they're compatible with the 2245 pistols, but they've been redesigned to take more rounds, which is exciting.
It is. About time.
What's really exciting is that they did it,
Yeah.
as opposed to Glock's 10 round Glock 43X mag and someone going, here, put this 15 rounder in that's the same size.
Right.
It's not someone else redesigning your product to replace your product. You've done it. And yes, it took a very long time, but they did it, which says something.
Is it designed to go in the same gun? Like, that's for sure what we've seen?
That's what it looks like.
Okay. So that's just hypothetical. I'm only questioning it because if I remember correctly, it's been a while since I've held the 2245. Isn't the inner molded to stabilize like the single stack magazine?
Where it has like that notch cut out for the thumb assist for the loading in that channel.
No,
There's like a channel that follows upward.
no, on the bottom, I could have sworn it like funnels in. I haven't taken one apart in a while, but maybe
So potentially this new patent will allow
be a new
for it to
gun.
be used in the 2245, or they're upgrading the 2245 to, I mean, it doesn't look like a double stack, but definitely staggered.
Well, I mean, it doesn't look like a double stack because it's a 22, but that's a legit double stack.
So maybe we're getting a new firearm from them as well,
Okay.
which would be exciting. I had my eye on a 2245 light for a while,
Yeah.
and honestly, as it sits brand new, like OEM everything, it's like, you can be hit or miss. I really like my BuckMark, so I
Mhm.
wasn't looking to get another one, with the exception of the fact that you can put all of the tandem cross stuff on it.
Right.
And that is what makes it a very exciting gun. Down the road in Ruger News, also, they have made an announcement. They have upgraded their 1022 rifle line with enhanced features previously only found in select configurations. From the way that they wrote that, it sounds as though there will be no more quote unquote base models as we know it for the 1022. The new versions are going to feature a BX trigger, lightweight stock, match bolt release, and a receiver that incorporates a rear cleaning port, according to their statement. So I assume there's going to be less involved with the field strip process to clean the gun.
Either that or just putting a hole at the back of the receiver to where your cleaning brush can just go straight through.
Mm-hmm. Which would be exciting.
Yeah. I mean, it's only been, how old is that gun?
That gun is very old.
So I guess it's about time to create a new base model.
I want to say somewhere in like the 70s, no? That gun's been out for several decades, let's just say.
Yeah. 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 It's older than most of your fathers. Let's see. Next, we have some news from Chiappa.
You're very excited about this.
I'm
I could tell.
very excited. So Chiappa is now coming out with a large frame revolver to take 44 Magnum.
This thing looks
Yes.
obnoxiously like stupid big.
You know, this is, I didn't see this coming. I really thought Chiappa should have made, and I've voiced it numerous times, they should have made an 8-round version of their gun, their 9mm gun, or
Hmm.
even their 38 gun. I think that would have been a much bigger seller. But this might be even bigger than having an 8-round 38 or 9. They've extended the pick rail on the top to go from just behind the front sight all the way to the back of the frame. The trigger guard is enlarged,
It's
and
huge.
it's pretty big. It is cool looking. And they've put a gas pedal on the left side underneath the cylinder. I would assume this is to give you a touch point. And it is smart on their part because when you start getting into 44 mag, the pressure and heat that comes out of the front of the cylinder before it goes to the barrel on any revolver is very hot and can be very dangerous.
Mhm.
It's even more so on a Chiappa because all those other revolvers at least give you a little bit of space because it's firing out of the top cylinder. The Chiappa fires out of the bottom. So it would literally be right next to your thumb.
Mhm.
So this is it's smart. It's a good addition. It's going to be a 6-round gun, and they're going to release it in 3 different colors: blued for about 1470, stainless for about 1545, and then the one that I need Gold, 1745.
And this 44 mag is so exciting for you because
Well, I think it would only make sense to get a gold one and take it hunting.
absolutely. Deer down.
Dot, dot, dot. It'd be your
Oh.
turn.
Next, GOA has
Gun Owners of America, for those of you that aren't following along.
they have made a post with call to the
Would you like me to do it?
well, I'm
I
trying.
put it in last minute. This isn't fair to Jackie. I apologize. I tricked her. We alternate, and she's looking at me. She's like, "The fuck is this?" All right. GOA made a post the other day. So, Gun Owners of America, for breaking news, President Trump has just ordered that marijuana be reclassified from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3. Let me repeat, for those of you that want to shut it off, we're not talking political. We're letting you know about a form change, potential form change to the firearms, or to the purchasing form.
Right. 4473 that everybody fills out before buying a gun.
Correct. So they want to have it reclassified from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3. GOA is calling the ATF to cease treating Americans who are prescribed marijuana as unlawful users of controlled substances and federally prohibited from passing firearms. Wait,
Possessing.
possessing. Jesus. A couple more sips of coffee. I swear I'll get this right. GOA lists firearm transaction records are just backdoor gun registration forms that shouldn't exist. Wholeheartedly agree. But since they do, ATF must issue guidance to purchasers that Form 4473 Box 21F is outdated and no longer applies to the gun owners who are prescribed medical marijuana.
So, question F currently reads: are you an unlawful user or addicted to marijuana, any depressant, stimulant, narcotic drug, or any other controlled substance? The use or possession of marijuana remains unlawful under federal law, regardless of whether it's been legalized or decriminalized for recreational purposes in the state in which you reside.
Which we reside in one of those states.
Right, where it is legal
Right.
statewide, but it is still not legal federally. So when you answer the 4473 federal form for a purchase,
Right.
if you are a user, you should be marking yes, because unlawful is referring to on a federal level.
Right.
So they would like to have that reclassified so that those who are using marijuana medically would then put no, truthfully.
Yeah.
Because they're not using it in an unlawful manner because it's been deemed legal with a medical marijuana card.
Correct.
Made total sense.
Next in the news, didn't see this coming. Colt has been awarded a just under $13 million firm fixed price contract, and that is to supply Colt M4A1 carbines along with, says suppressors and flash hiders. I'm just going to say muzzle devices under the U.S. government's FMS, which is the Foreign Military Sales Program. The work is scheduled to be completed June 30th, 2026. And this is FMS funds for Israel totaling $12,934,700. The contract covers procurement of complete M4A1 carbines as well as associated muzzle devices, underscoring continued international demand for a well-established M4A1 platform. Through FMS process, U.S. manufactured small arms are supplied to allied nations using standardized configurations that emphasize
Interoperability.
there you go. Thank you. Logistics, support, and long-term sustainment.
So
So if you guys ever wonder how Colt stays in business, it's military contracts.
Yep.
It's not their civilian guns.
Yeah. Their 1911 collectors are not what's keeping them afloat.
No.
Although I personally know a few people that would argue that.
I know a few people that I would argue that they solely do it.
Henry has released a new version of their lever action is the SPD Predator.
Well, this is just another
It
edition because we talked about the SPD. Remember, you made fun of me for.
Yeah, well that's what I meant by another version of it. Like the Predator's been out. This one is, same, it's magazine fed just like the last one. This one has a carbon wrapped barrel. It comes with the bipod, just chambered in 5.56 like the other one. This one, the stock comes with a cheek rise. I mean, it looks cool.
Yeah, it's an adjustable cheek riser, like what you'd see on like a competition over under shotgun. Like it's built into the stock, and you mess with the
And you
screws.
can rise the whole
Yeah.
section up. Is it worth $2,510?
Well, if you've seen price of carbon barrels, that's where a majority of that's coming from. I'm positive of it. It is cool that it does take AR mags.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was their big selling point on that model when they released it. If you remember, the year that Illinois got its ban, the Pika ban,
Yeah.
Henry announced it. But it was over a year from when they announced it to when they were available. So it is very exciting. Because now they're obviously, if they're coming out with new versions of it, the original is going to probably be easier to get.
Yeah. Watchtower Firearms has released a commander version of their Apache 2011. They want $4,000 for it.
Ouch.
Might I warn you, I'm not exactly sure if I would spend money with a company who has not proven that they can handle money. They've not had promises fulfilled. Shop cautiously, is what I'm going to tell you.
And this you were quite excited about when you found out. There's a company called Zero Tech. I've heard of it, but not like
I'd never even heard of it.
Zero Tech sounds very familiar. Like I feel like I've seen customers come with something on their gun, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not familiar. I've never seen that before. So it is a optic brand. This model is called the Vengeance. It is a scope that has a 6 to 24 by 30. Is a second focal plane. They have two versions of the gun, a non-illuminated and an illuminated. Um, I learned something new this week. I was unaware of the difference between the first focal plane and the second focal plane, and what that meant for when you're zooming in. So I'll share it with you guys. The first focal plane is where the actual this lens that has the etching or the illumination on it is on the front end closest to your face. The part closest to your eye. Because the tube gets fat, then it gets skinny, then it gets fat again. It's in the part closest to you. So when you zoom, the whole reticle is zooming and you can see everything get closer in the first focal plane. Second focal plane is the farther end away from you, which is the front end of the gun. So when you zoom, that reticle stays the same size. The image you're looking at zooms, but the actual lens does not zoom. And that's the difference between the first and second. So the non-illuminated version is $349 and the illuminated version is only $20 more, $369.
Yeah, this is a. I'm really interested to try it. I love seeing value scopes out there if they're worth a shit. I have no idea, right? This just excited me to see scopes that have proper, at the very least, if the first focal plane, I haven't checked them out yet, is within this price range, that would be a great like precision 22 scope for the money,
Hmm.
as long as the glass quality is somewhat adequate. Some of them can be downright garbage. I haven't tried this yet. I'd be interested to try one. I'm going to try and get one and see if we can do a little review on it.
Hmm. And that, folks, is the end of our gun
Yeah,
news
holy
segment.
crap.
Goodness, lots of stuff this week. We actually got a little bit of time out this week. You got more time out than I did. What did you do this week?
I got dragged down
Unwillingly, they handcuffed him and dragged him out of the house.
and went and did some trap shooting with some friends. Some of them first timers, some of them old old dogs when it comes to being really good at trap.
We're gonna go back to last episode. Those are the same guys that couldn't decide if they did or did not want to go last week.
Yeah, yeah. You remember the Shotgun Idiots group? That's these guys. Yeah, we had a blast. We went to the indoor trap range, shot a couple rounds, few rounds for some of them. Yeah, we had a good time. This time I brought the Beretta out.
It's a 682.
Yeah, 682 Gold E. It shot good. I shot not good. I got 17 on both rounds that I shot. I gotta say, I was shocked though. The rounds that I missed the most were the straight out in front ones. So I'm not really sure. I I, I am sure it's because I haven't practiced enough, and I really don't remember. Like, should I cover the bird? Shouldn't I cover the bird
Mm-hmm.
when it's in front of me? The crossing ones, I didn't have any problems with. It was I was nailing those all day, and I also still had this gun set up from a sporting clays thing that we did. So I had skeet in the bottom barrel and light modified in the top. It wasn't, I mean, it was okay. The light modified was okay. It's not the best, but it works. But it was fun. We had fun. We almost got conned into going into that Sunday. They had a uh, break 50 ATA trap uh, competition.
Nice.
It almost happened. We almost got wrangled into it. At least a couple of us did.
I will say, for those of you that do a lot of like action sport shooting with pistols, the scoring on trap is so simple.
Well, yeah,
You hit or you don't,
right.
and 17 is out of 25.
Correct.
So 17 out of 25,
Yeah,
just easiest scoring system
yeah.
out of all the shotgun sports, I think.
One of our friends who used to be very into shotguns. I guess his first round he went out there and got 24 out of 25, and he's like,
Disappointed with
yeah,
himself for missing
what
one.
the hell?
Well, I've seen you do, games in the 20s before.
Yeah, I've never gotten 25. I've gotten 24 before, but I've never gotten 25.
New goals.
Maybe.
And then we didn't hit the archery range this week. Well,
At least not the static one.
yeah, not the static one. We went hunting.
Yeah.
It was unsuccessful. I was surprised by a deer that came up from behind us and was too late to do
No, no,
anything.
no, no, no.
She
Don't
started trotting along.
don't start the story like that.
Okay, go ahead.
Tell it how it really
No, no, no,
is.
no, no. I know you're gonna love this. Go ahead.
So we're sitting for a while.
We're in a blind,
Yeah.
a ground blind.
And I keep telling her, hey, make sure you check side windows, check behind us. And we're sitting right next to each other. I said, I'll look out the left, you look out the right, but make sure you check behind us as well. It is a 360 blind, so we have plenty of things to look out of. Now, it's not a 360 blind where the fabric is completely see-through. This is an older blind where it's just windows. And reminded her, hey, be sure you check behind us. We're sitting there, and she's starting to get a little cold. So we're chatting. I was like, yeah, maybe we'll think about moving or stop for a lunch break, and then we'll come back out and sit for the evening. And I hear something to the right, and I move. I'm like, dear. To my right, the window she's supposed to be looking out of. Now, granted, my big ass head was in the way. I get it. You couldn't see that part. But then, as I say that, instead of grabbing her bow and doing the thing that we're there to do, she starts giggling and laughing. I'm like, dear. And she looks and she goes, oh shit. And she starts picking up steam. I'm pretty sure she may have heard me scrape my arm against the blind and realized that bushes don't normally make that noise. So she decided to walk a little faster. But she was easily, when I first saw her, 10 yards away from.
The window of the blind.
And she was my quartering, like my rear quarter from me, so I couldn't draw my bow. There's no way.
Gotta tell him why I was giggling.
She was laughing because she thought I was lying. People, why would I lie about that? We are literally out in the cold for the activity known as deer hunting.
We
Deer,
were just talking about packing it in. You said deer. I'm like, oh yeah, he's bullshitting me. That's yeah.
deer
Yeah, right.
hunting.
I really thought you were messing with me. Like, wow, we haven't seen anything this whole time. It's getting pretty cold. The spot we were on in the hill was like really steep, so it was like, trying to stay in our chairs and not slide off our chairs. So I was a little perturbed with the entire situation.
Then she proceeds to blame it on me because I, quote, goof around too much.
Yeah, I
Deer
did not take the first
hunting.
deer as serious.
Oh, so needless to say, we had another glorified nature sit and didn't get anything.
Yeah. I would have taken her too. Like she was like so close by the time I realized you weren't joking. And she's like trotting along. She wasn't running, but she wasn't moseying either. Just a light little trot, and then she'd stop and she'd look over her shoulder, and then she'd start trotting again until she bolted into the woods.
I tried everything to get her to stop.
Yeah.
I tried using a different fawn call because she was smaller. I tried using a regular doe, anything, just to try and get her to just stop and just turn broadside and take a pause, just enough for you to draw. Nothing.
Nope.
She wanted no part of this.
She did not. So you mess around too much, babe.
I mess around too much. This is the first deer that we've gotten in range for you, and you thought I was joking.
I did. Well, when you said it, your head was covering her. So I was like, oh yeah, right. Like I couldn't see anything from where I was.
Hey,
I'm like, hey, he's bullshitting.
I'll give you bullshit.
Stop playing around, boy. Was exactly what I was thinking. No, I'm serious. She's right here. This would have only made for an even worse story if it was like the biggest buck of our lives.
Yeah, I probably, I don't know. There would have been some
He
other.
would have grabbed a knife and just flipped the thing over his head.
And of course, this is the one time I'm like, you know what? We're not going to record. We're just going to go out and have a good time. This would have been the funniest one to record.
Yeah, I would have.
Thought you were lying. Lying? We're sitting out in 20-degree weather for me to lie?
It just goes to show you joke too much, kid.
No, no, you can't say that. It goes to show that you don't take it serious enough.
Oh boy. Every time we do anything at all, there's always a little, pulling Jackie's leg.
I don't understand. I guess I'm lucky in a way that most husbands have to lie to their wives to go hunting. My wife thinks I lie to her while we're both hunting.
It is quite funny.
Sad.
It is sad.
You guys don't understand the mentality that I have towards the end of the season because it is ending very quickly. Nothing is safe. I know some people are like, oh, you should let them grow to next year. Fuck that.
We have tags to fill
Nothing
and a freezer to fill.
is safe. Even our friend Robert's like, oh man, it's, first year, little baby. That means two things in my book. That means one, the meat's going to be super tender. Two, it's going to be a light carry back to the truck.
It's true.
Lying. We could have had one.
That is correct. We could have had one. He didn't play around too much.
Play around too much. Well, you know what I'm not lying about? It's the end of the show, guys.
Oh, he's joking.
Not joking. You guys know what to do, when to do. PewTimePodcast at gmail.com, at Laugh and Load on all the things. I do have a question for you, that people that stick around this long. Would you guys be interested in Laugh and Load making Pew Time a video podcast? Is that something that would interest you? Would you prefer to watch it on like a YouTube? The audio version will never go away. The video would just be an additional thing.
Take into consideration he's Italian and he talks with his hands.
So it could be quite entertaining. And
Right.
Jackie can no longer hit me because then it's video proof of domestic abuse.
I do not hit you.
Lies. That's a proper lie. Anyway, thank you guys. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.